Gentlemen, let me ask you something that might surprise you. How many times have you heard that magnesium is the golden key to better sleep, stronger energy, and even better performance in the bedroom? For years, supplement companies have sold men this idea as if it were the final answer. But the truth is, magnesium may not only fail to restore your strength as a man, it might actually hold you back. Yes, magnesium has its place, but when it comes to firmness, stamina, and the kind of lasting confidence you want at night, it is not the solution. In fact, for many men, it can interfere with the very rhythms your body depends on to rebuild testosterone and circulation while you sleep. That is why today I want to show you something different, something that has changed the lives of men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s. 2 vitamins taken at night can revive what you thought was lost. Before we go deeper, I want to hear from you. Have you ever taken magnesium before bed, hoping it would improve your energy or intimacy? Comment. Yes. If you have, comment. No if you never tried. I am Dr. Laura Bennett, a board-certified urologist with more than 25 years of experience working with men just like you. Over the course of my career, I have listened to thousands of stories, many told with hesitation, shame, or even tears. Men who once felt strong and confident now describe awkward silence with their partners, avoiding intimacy or feeling the sting of disappointment when medications did not deliver what they promised. Perhaps you know that feeling of lying awake at night, wondering if this part of life is gone for good. I want you to understand something important. Weak erections are not just a bedroom problem. They are often the first signal of a deeper imbalance inside the body. Declining testosterone, slower circulation, and nutritional deficiencies create a silent chain reaction that accelerates aging. If ignored, the issue is not just about intimacy. It becomes a matter of energy, heart health, brain function, and long-term vitality. That is why I do not see this conversation as vanity. I see it as survival and dignity. Holding on to your strength as a man is not about ego. It is about preserving the foundation of who you are. And here is the good news. I have seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s restore confidence and rebuild connection by making a simple change in their nighttime routine. This is not hype. It is physiology working in your favor when you give your body the right tools. For years, men have been told that magnesium is the safe and simple answer. Take a pill at night, they say, and you will feel calmer, sleep better, and maybe even wake up stronger. But here is where the mistake begins. Magnesium does relax muscles and the nervous system, but that same calming effect can actually dull the very hormone pulses your body depends on at night. Testosterone is built in rhythmic waves while you sleep. When those waves are blunted, your body loses the opportunity to restore strength. I have met countless men who swallowed magnesium every night for years, only to wonder why nothing was changing. Some even felt worse, waking up groggy, heavy, and less driven. Let me share one story. A patient of mine, Daniel, was 66 when he came to me. He had read online that magnesium would help him recover his energy and intimacy. For 3 years, he never missed a dose. Yet during that time, his erections grew weaker, his desire faded, and his sleep, though deeper, left him tired in the morning. Blood work revealed low testosterone and poor nitric oxide activity, both essential for male performance. Daniel's case is not unique. This is what happens when men put faith in the wrong supplement. The real pain here goes beyond the physical. Many men stop initiating closeness with their partner. They quietly pull away, avoiding situations that might remind them of failure. Confidence erodes, and the man who once felt alive begins to shrink into himself. I want to ask you directly, have you ever relied on a supplement or habit that promised results, but deep down you knew it was not working? Comment the number 1 below. If you recognize yourself in this, or hit, like if you believe this does not apply to you, your response might give courage to another man watching. The truth is that weak erections are not random accidents. They are the result of three pillars breaking down circulation hormones and nerves. Without strong blood flow, testosterone support, and sharp signals from the nervous system, firmness and stamina cannot last. Magnesium does not fix any of those pillars. That is why so many men remain stuck in the same cycle, repeating the same mistake, and quietly suffering while the real cause is ignored. Think of your body like an engine. Testosterone is the spark that ignites the fuel. Nitric oxide is the signal that opens the pipes to let fuel rush in. And your nerves are the electrical wiring that connects everything together. When all three systems work in harmony, the engine roars, energy flows, and performance feels strong and reliable. But as men age, each of these parts begins to fail. Testosterone drops by about 1% every year after 40. Nitric oxide production slows, meaning arteries do not open as wide, and blood does not reach the places it is needed most. Nerves become dulled by stress, poor diet, and alcohol, leaving the wiring weak. The result is a system that sputters and misfires when you need it most. Now let's make this simple. Vitamin D3 is not just a vitamin. It acts like a hormone itself. It plugs into the very receptors that control testosterone production. Without enough vitamin D3, the brain's order to make testosterone never reaches the factory. Zinc is the partner mineral. Think of it as the ignition switch. Your brain sends out a signal called luteinizing hormone, telling your testes to produce testosterone. Zinc is what makes that signal translate into action. No zinc, no spark. Together, D3 and zinc create the conditions for hormone balance and strong circulation. I once treated Richard, a 74-year-old man who came to me defeated. He had not had a firm erection in more than 3 years. Medications gave him headaches and disappointment. When we checked his labs, his vitamin D levels were dangerously low and his zinc was nearly depleted. I gave him one simple routine vitamin D3 with dinner zinc before bed. 6 weeks later, Richard returned and tears filled his eyes. "Doctor, it worked," he told me. "I thought I was finished, but I am waking up firm again." His mood lifted, his marriage healed, and his energy returned. Science confirms what Richard's story proves. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology shows that men with adequate vitamin D have significantly higher testosterone compared to men who are deficient. Another trial found that zinc supplementation restored testosterone in men who had suffered long-term deficiency. This is not theory. It is established physiology. When you give your body the missing pieces, it knows how to respond. I want to ask you, directly, does this explanation make sense to you? Do you see how vitamins can act like keys to unlock the system your body already has? If so, comment "Yes" below. If you are still skeptical, hit like, and I will make sure to show you more proof in the next section. Here is where you can take action tonight, with a routine so simple it almost feels too easy. The first step is vitamin D3. This nutrient should always be taken with an evening meal that contains some healthy fat. Why? Because D3 is fat-soluble, meaning it needs fat to be absorbed properly. If you swallow it on an empty stomach, much of it will simply pass through without benefit. I usually recommend between 2,000 and 4,000 international units. Picture having salmon with olive oil avocado on the side, or even a handful of nuts at dinner. That is the perfect time to take your vitamin D3, giving your body what it needs, right when testosterone production peaks during sleep. The second step is zinc. Timing is critical. The best moment to take it is about 2 hours before bed. Most men do well with 15 to 30 milligrams, with 20 being the sweet spot. Take it with a glass of plain water and nothing else. Do not pair it with milk, coffee, or alcohol because these block absorption. Avoid taking zinc on a completely empty stomach, as that can upset digestion. Think of zinc as the final switch your body needs to turn the engine back on before you rest. I had a patient named Michael, 68 years old, who told me bluntly, "Doctor, I feel like less of a man." His energy was drained, his intimacy unreliable, his mood low. We started this exact short-term protocol, vitamin D3, with dinner zinc before bed. Within 3 weeks, he called my office with excitement in his voice. "Doctor, I woke up and felt like my body was mine again." His firmness returned, his confidence soared, and his wife even teased him, asking what had gotten into him. This is the power of correcting small deficiencies. It is not a magic trick. It is biology aligning with your body's natural rhythm. And the beauty is that results can appear quickly. Some men notice subtle shifts within days, others within a few weeks. But one thing is certain: when you supply your body with the right tools, it responds. This short-term step is your first win on the path back to strength. Short-term action is powerful, but lasting change comes when you build a system that strengthens every pillar of male vitality. Think of it as constructing a house. Vitamin D3 and zinc are the foundation, but the walls, roof, and support beams must also be in place if you want that house to stand firm against time. For men over 50, there are 3 main pillars to reinforce hormones, circulation, and nerves. When you nurture all 3 together, the results are not only stronger erections, but also better mood, sharper energy, and more resilience in daily life. Hormones are the master controllers. With D3 and zinc in place, your body can restore testosterone production, but you must protect it. That means reducing sugar and alcohol, both of which blunt hormone signals. It also means sleeping in sync with your natural rhythm. Testosterone is released most strongly between 11 at night and 3 in the morning. Men who go to bed too late or cut their sleep short miss this critical window. Consistent sleep allows hormones to rebuild nightly. Circulation is the second pillar. Your arteries are like flexible hoses. With age, they stiffen and blood flow slows. Exercise, especially walking or light strength training, keeps those vessels elastic. A diet rich in leafy greens and beets supports nitric oxide production, the chemical that opens those vessels. Combine this with vitamin D3 and zinc, and your circulation regains the power to send blood where it needs to go. The third pillar is nerves. Stress, processed food, and years of unhealthy habits dull the wiring between brain and body. Meditation, deep breathing, or even simple moments of calm before bed help reset those signals. Over time, sensitivity returns, climax feels richer, and your body responds faster. Let me share the story of James, a 72-year-old who had not felt a true morning erection in over a decade. He was discouraged, even ashamed, and convinced that his time had passed. We built a long-term plan together: vitamin D3 with dinner zinc, before bed, consistent sleep, light exercise, and less sugar. 4 weeks later, he came back with a smile that told me everything before he even spoke. "Doctor," he said, "I woke up and could not believe it. It felt like I was 40 again." His wife later confided to me, "You gave me my husband back." But here is what mattered most. James did not just regain firmness. He stood taller, carried himself with pride, and even dressed sharper. His entire outlook changed. This is why I tell men that the goal is not a quick fix in the bedroom. The goal is a whole-body upgrade. When hormones, circulation, and nerves are aligned, vitality returns in every part of life. You walk with energy, you speak with confidence, and you feel alive in your own skin. This is the long-term path, and it begins with a simple step you can take tonight. Let us bring everything together with a clear, simple message you can act on right now. The first lesson is that magnesium, while useful for relaxation, is not the key to restoring firmness, stamina, or confidence. In fact, for some men, taking it at night may even block the natural hormone rhythms your body needs. The second lesson is that weak erections are not just a sign of age. They are warning signals of deeper issues: low testosterone, poor circulation, and nutrient deficiencies. Ignoring these signals puts more than intimacy at risk. It threatens your energy, your heart, your brain, and your long-term health. The third lesson is that two nutrients, vitamin D3 and zinc, when taken at the right time, create the foundation for recovery. D3 primes the hormone receptors. Zinc fuels testosterone production. Together, they work with your body's nightly repair cycle to restore strength from the inside out. So here is my challenge to you. Commit to this protocol for 30 days. With your evening meal, take 2 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 alongside healthy fats. About 2 hours before bed, take 15 to 30 milligrams of zinc with plain water. Keep it simple, stay consistent, and trust your body's ability to respond. Then pay attention. Notice how your energy shifts, how your mood lifts, and how your firmness and confidence return. Are you willing to test this for yourself? Comment yes below if you are ready to commit, or comment no if you feel uncertain. Your answer could inspire another man who feels the same doubts you once did. And if you found this helpful, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs hope. Remember, this information is educational, not medical advice. Always speak with your doctor before making changes. Age is not the enemy. Deficiency is. Fix the deficiency, and your body remembers how to perform.